Behold the Hoffryn, Lord of Arashmahal, he that turns the air to blood and rains...
Miss Rosenberg, how lovely to see you again. Have you done something with your hair?
The Hoffryn, ruler of the vengeance demons, is definitely
more overpowered than you would think.
The Hoffryn is a lower being, which essentially means that his native dimension is not of Earth, but rather a hell dimension known as Arashmahal. This is the dimension from which vengeance demons operate at Vengeance LLC. The Hoffryn's main interest is focused on teleporting across dimensions to snatch up powerful beings that he feels would make a good vengeance demon and offering them a job.
I don't want to be a demon.
Oh well. Here is my talisman. You change your mind, give us a chant.
The perks of joining are super strength, immortality, an insane healing factor, and teleportation. The downside is you now look like this and you become a genie to humans, but only when they make a wish for revenge. Also, the Hoffryn is your boss.
You know I love all my demons equally.
But that love isn't that great considering he will off one of them just to take some revenge of his own. Moving on to powers, the Hoffryn can teleport himself or others. He can open view screens across dimensions, create magical force fields, astral project himself to have a conversation mid-battle, and as the Hoffryn himself has pointed out, as a vengeance demon, he may subvert the laws of reality to fulfill a wish of a human, which includes rewriting the flow of time.
You can fold the fabric of time, send me back to that place, and I'll change it. I won't fail again.
Your time has passed.
For a time in the comic books, the Hoffryn worked with the Scooby Gang to prevent threats from outside their universe coming to take the book. You know, the one that lets you rewrite reality. The Hoffryn led a council of demons tasked with neutralizing these threats. Each member of the council was granted one ability with the book to combat the threats coming from the different dimensions as well as to keep each other in line. The Hoffryn was granted the power to sense and pinpoint mystic energies. The others were granted the ability to drain the magic power of any being not from Buffy's home dimension, the ability to absorb and redirect kinetic energy of an attack, the power to send anyone back to their native dimension, the power to sense anyone's greatest weakness, and invulnerability to magic. Then he killed every single one of them. But why would he do that? Well, when the rules were written for their powers, the Hoffryn slipped in a clause that read, if someone should die, their powers would be split amongst the remaining members of the council. Since he was the only one remaining, he got them all. With this power, the Hoffryn was effortlessly able to walk in and steal the book from the Scoobies. The military decides to drop a bomb on him, however, he blows up the missiles before they even leave the blast radius of the battleships they were being launched from.
Who did you think you were dealing with?
With the book, his plan was to write it so that vengeance demons could use their reality manipulation without a wish being needed. However, thanks to the efforts of the Scoobies, every time the Hoffryn would try to write something in the book would spit the words back off the page. Discovering this was Buffy's fault, the Hoffryn goes to kill the Scoobies, and honestly, he wipes the floor with them pretty hard, overpowering Willow's magic with ease, and even taking shots to the neck with the Slayer Scythe without it even leaving a scratch. Being impervious to magical and physical damage, he really only had one possible weakness left. Anya.
Vengeance.
But only to those who deserve it.
They all deserve it.
That's where I was going with that, yeah.
The Hoffryn spent years molding the perfect vengeance demon only for it to blow up in his face big time. In a moment of Buffy wishing she had never given him that extra power, Anya, who could then rewrite reality, complies with the wish. You can probably guess how it goes from there. Even so, when he was at the peak of his power, the Hoffryn may have been the most powerful being in the Buffyverse, and that's why he's
more overpowered than you would think.